Uh, Hello, sir. Good evening. Thank you so much for the wonderful insights. I have a simple question to ask. Does your research also includes visiting, plant or factories, or meeting with the management team, or are we too dependent on the just financial statements, which shows the past histories?
So whenever required, the analysts do make an attempt to go to plant visits, meet managements. There are several broker conferences where managements come and address in group meetings where we can ask our own questions if we have any, or just see what the management response is over a period of time, how it has evolved over a period of time when we track the business. So it's not necessary that we have to always go and meet people or always go and see plant. So, for example, I would love to go to Google's campus and talk to Sundar Pichai, but it's not required. I can study the business, but there's a lot of public data available about these companies. Plus, you have to track it from a, I would say, lateral point of view. Whether if you're studying Google's advertising business, try and study advertising companies globally and see what is happening there and how the market share is changing. Or if you're studying cloud computing and Amazon is your target research company, then track about what is happening in companies who are using cloud computing services rather than directly going and meeting Jeff Bezos and asking him kya lagta hai cloud computing. So it's not necessary to always go and meet people and always go and see plants, but wherever required, yes, we do take the effort.
Okay, sir. So I was asking for the the ones who are feasible, especially for the manufacturing, because many times we have seen whatever data that are shown or published, it can be first. So if possible, could you please share one or two examples if you have visited any factory or plants, if possible?
There are too many actually, so there is no point in going in too much depth. But for example, I remember where there was a R&D plant visit for Hero Group. The analyst had visited and seen the plant. So, or whenever there are these analyst meets, companies do invite analysts directly to the manufacturing facility and show them around. That it's a routine thing. So in capital markets, I think wherever there is a healthy investor relations department, they will organize these trips periodically for institutional investors so that that discussion can happen with the management. They can meet other key employees who are otherwise not part of the public domain and they don't talk, and they will publish this as a recorded video or a transcript on the exchange. So these are routine things that happen.
So, to your question
Thank you so much.
about due diligence, and sometimes the reported data may not tally with the uh, actual going on.
Correct.
So, apart from sometimes plant visit may not disclose everything. So, there are today tools available for institutional investors, surely, and some even for retail investors to check things like GST filings, EPFO filings. Some of the channel checks and all of that. So a lot of those things get done at our office to identify some of the red flags that may be existing in the thing. About plant visits, so these days a lot of the plants are actually recorded and you can watch them on YouTube. So if you want to see the blast furnace of a steel company, that will be there. If you want to see the grinding unit of a cement company, that will be there to see. So actually going there and seeing it in operation sometimes doesn't add too much in terms of value. So in the larger companies, you know that there is a plant and these many units are getting manufactured. The red flag checking is via some other things in terms of, are they depositing their statutory dues on time? Are there litigations going on? So there are services which scan the various courts and see if there are any significant litigations against the promoters or against the company or key management personnel and things like that. So we use various tools to do those kind of due diligences.
Thank you, sir.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme related documents carefully.